One of the most frequently asked questions we get here at Tailfin is which of our rear systems will work best for an individual rider. And it isn't surprising to know that our initial answer is almost guaranteed to be the same for every inquirer. It depends on many factors, but mainly, what do you use your bike for? While this might come across as a blanket, vague, and all-inclusive answer, it's meant to start to get you thinking about what it is you want to get out of your potential purchase. After all, we want you to be completely satisfied that the system you go for is the perfect setup for you. Now, if you've made it this far, you're hopefully in a position to try and decide which system works best for you. So let us use this opportunity to try and help you narrow down the selection. First, let's start with a bit of education in terms of the differences between a Tailfin Rack and a Tailfin Aeropack. On the surface, they look very similar. They use the same carbon or alloy arch and the same attachment for connecting to your seat post. The crucial difference is in how the arch is joined to the seat post connector. The Rack uses a carbon or alloy top stay to join the arch with the seat post connector, whereas the Aeropack does away with this additional stay and uses the top bag as an integral part of the system. The Rack approach allows the top bag to be removed rapidly and leaves the rack in situ on your bike. The Aeropack, however, has less parts, hence it's our lightest option. But it does mean that if you want to take your top bag, you have to remove the whole system and take it with you. So now we've cleared that up, some of you might already have an idea as to which of the systems you'd prefer to go for. If not, we'll go through some key questions to see if that'll help you further, starting with the simplest way of splitting them up. Do you want a Tailfin system that you can use for everything from carrying the shopping, commuting to the office, or for the occasional bike packing trip or tour? If so, get a Rack. Choosing a Tailfin Rack system accesses our most versatile product combinations. You can choose exactly how you carry your luggage with a Rack system. As it consists of a base framework, you can opt to choose any combination of trunk top bag or side pannier bag, including pannier bags from other brands if you use our third-party pannier adapters. As the bags can be rapidly removed, this combination should appeal to riders who want the convenience of being able to take the bags with them when arriving at the office, supermarket, or accommodation. Are you looking for a Tailfin system that you will only use for bikepacking trips? If so, get an Aeropack. The Aeropack is designed to be the most simple and user-friendly of all Tailfin rear systems. Think of it as the most stable and secure seat pack style bag you can ever fit to your bike. It has a less intricate mounting system when compared to a Rack and AP20 trunk top bag combination, which makes it lighter and more reliable when riding off-road. As an additional benefit, because the top bag is an integral part of the structure, noises and rattles are eliminated when really pushing the boundaries of where you can explore. Those two questions should hopefully give many of you the answers you're looking for when it comes to deciding which system to go for. But if not, here's a few other considerations to help you close in on your perfect Tailfin setup. Where do you ride? If you ride predominantly on road, on tarmac, then the demands on your bike and your luggage carrying options will be significantly different to if you spend your time on a gravel bike or a mountain bike and off-road all the time. Smooth-ish surfaces normally provide minimal problems for your choice of setup. Therefore, both the Tailfin Rack and the Tailfin Aeropack are equally suited to riding on tarmac. If you plan on venturing off-road and ride a gravel bike or a mountain bike, one thing to consider is the Aeropack's integrated design and fewer component parts mean that there are less rattles and less areas for dirt to be trapped when riding off-road. How much do you want to carry, and how do you want to carry it? While both the Tailfin Rack and the Aeropack have the same capacity, you can carry up to 27 kilos of load on both when using our top bag and our side panniers, and up to 64 litres of capacity when using the trunk top bag and the larger 22-litre pannier bags. Where the division becomes more obvious is if you'd like to choose your own option of how you store your kit. If you want to use a dry bag, for example, you can install a dry bag onto the top of a Tailfin Rack. It's simply not an option with an Aeropack. So if you want to strap your own bags to one of these systems, it will have to be on a Tailfin Rack. If you plan on undertaking an ultra endurance race or fancy doing some fast touring on your road bike, or simply want to have the lightest setup that Tailfin produce, then you need to go for the Aeropack. It's nearly 150 grams lighter than the equivalent Tailfin rack. If versatility is higher on your list of priorities than weight, then go for the Tailfin rack system. Do you plan on locking your bike up anywhere? A Tailfin rack has the advantage that if you want to lock your bike up outside the supermarket or the office, you can remove the bags rapidly and leave the rack in situ. Whereas with the Aeropack, if you want to remove the bag, you will need to take the whole system, arch and all, with you, which might not be as convenient. If you plan on leaving your new Tailfin rack on your bike while you lock it up, you might want to consider mounting using a direct mounting option if your bike allows it, or if not, use the silver screws that come with the fast release dropouts to secure your rack in place and prevent people from taking it. If you've got to this point and you're still not sure which system to go for, I've got some good news for you. All of our systems are modular. The rack and the Aeropack share a lot of the same parts. What this means is it's easy to swap from a rack to an Aeropack simply by adding a couple of smaller parts. If you have a rack and want to use an Aeropack setup, you'll need to have an AP20 top bag and then the integrated connector kit. If you have an Aeropack and want to swap it to a rack system, you will need a top stay and the AP20 trunk connector kit. We've put links to these parts in the description below. I hope this video has helped make the decision between going for a Tailfin rack or a Tailfin Aeropack a little bit easier. If you have any further questions, please put them in the comments section below. And don't forget to head to our website, tailfin.cc, to find out more about our racks and Aeropacks and other products, or if you need more advice and help.